Have a seat, Caitlin.
Oh, thank you.
How are you today?
I'm okay.
Okay, perfect. I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Tamara. I'm an MSW student for Windsor University. And just before we get started, I wanted to just touch base with you in terms of our confidentiality agreement. So basically, all this says is should there be any cause of harm to yourself or others, or child abuse or neglect, or any kind of court subpoena, confidential agreement between you and I would have to be breached, um, so that someone who's more equipped can deal with the situation. Um, so if you have any questions, please
No.
do not hesitate.
I don't have any questions. That's fine. Here.
Okay, thank you. And this is going to be stored in your file, okay?
Yep.
Okay. So what brings you here today?
My mom did.
Yeah.
My mom brings me here. I'm actually not interested in being here. My mom brought me here because she thinks I have an eating disorder, which I don't.
Okay. So let me ask you what your mom believes to be a eating disorder. Maybe you can clarify
Well, I lost a bunch of weight, and she thinks like me not eating her cooking means that I have an eating disorder.
that. Okay. Okay. So what would a day in Caitlin's life look like in terms of eating? Like what would be on the menu for the day?
Well, for breakfast, I'll have something healthy, like, boiled eggs. Or maybe I'll have toast. It really depends on what I feel like, oatmeal. Um, and then for lunch, like, me and my friends usually go to the cafeteria and we get salads. And then for dinner, I'll have, like, if I'm working that evening, then I'll go to the food court and I'll pick up something that's, vegetables and a protein. Or I'll be at home and I'll cook my own meal. But my mom, she makes meals, right? Like she stays at home, she doesn't work, and she cooks these meals that are like really junky, like a lot of junk food, like pizza, wings, like really fatty kind of foods.
Yeah.
So she'll tell me to eat it, but I don't actually want to because it's not healthy. So I'll go and I'll make my own meal instead.
Wow, I think that's great that you know your way around the kitchen, you're making healthy meals. So, but I'm just curious, what does a healthy meal for you, maybe dinner time, would look like? What would that look
I mean, it depends on what I feel for because some days like when it's colder outside, I'll make a warm meal and then I'll make like something with a vegetable.
like? Okay, that makes perfect sense.
And if there's like meat that I want to cook, I'll cook it, and if not, then whatever. Sometimes I'll have a smoothie. Like it really just depends what I feel for.
Wow, you sound very versatile in terms of being able to cook different meats.
Yeah. I try.
Yeah. So, curious, where did you learn your cooking styles?
Well, I definitely didn't learn from my mom because she's not interested in teaching me. She's just interested in telling me how to live my life. So I learned online.
Okay, online.
Yeah.
What like sites?
Like websites, like all recipes and even Instagram. I follow a few people on Instagram that post the recipes and stuff. And if it looks easy enough, I'll make it.
Okay. So, I'm just curious because it seems like, correct me if I'm wrong, whenever you kind of speak about mom, you're not necessarily in the happiest space. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So I'm just curious. I mean, I don't know anything, so I'm just trying to gather information. What's the relationship like with you and your mom?
Relationship? I don't really have a relationship with my mom unless you define relationship as her telling me how to live my life, what I need to do, what I need to eat all the time.
Yeah.
And then when I don't listen to her, brings me to a therapist.
Okay. So, you don't feel like you have any type of connection to your mom in any sort of way. She kind of, tells you what to do, and then if not, she kind of does something against your will, right?
Yeah.
And that upsets you,
Yeah.
right? Okay, that makes perfect sense. So do you guys communicate in any way, or like what's your communication like?
Well, she'll tell me what to do, I'll ignore her, and I'll walk away. And then she'll tell me to get in the car and drive me to therapy.
Is that today or is that?
That's just
that's just today. So there was, she'd tell you what do you mean by she'd tell you what to do?
Like, she tells me that I'm taking on too many things. Like, I'm in track, I'm in cheerleading, I'm in school, obviously. And I work at the mall, and I work part-time. So, I mean, it's all manageable. My grades aren't declining or anything. So, I'm able to manage these things just fine by myself. And she'll tell me that I'm taking on too many things. She'll tell me that I'm spending too much time with my friends. She'll tell me that I'm not eating enough. And she'll tell me I have an eating disorder and I'm really irritable.
Okay.
But really, she's the one who's making me irritated.
Okay. Okay, so let's take a step back. So you're doing working part-time, you said?
Yeah.
And you're in school full-time, but still doing good in school, right?
Yeah.
And you have, what are your extracurricular activities?
Track and cheerleading.
Track and cheerleading, wow. Those are very athletic sports, though, especially cheerleading, being able to do all the tricks and jumps and all that.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Definitely
And
not.
this weight loss has really helped me in doing those things, right? Because like with all the weight loss, I run faster. And with the weight loss, it's a lot easier to be a cheerleader. So and you know, all my friends are skinny, so
Yeah.
I don't understand what the problem is.
Yeah. I don't so your interaction with your mom hasn't necessarily been positive, would you say? There's kind of like she'll speak to you or tell you what to do in terms of clarify that for me. She'll tell me to tell you.
Like she'll tell me what to eat. She'll tell me to like quit some sports. She'll tell me
That
my
you have
job.
too much on your plate.
Yeah.
You're doing too much.
But I just think that she's trying to be controlling. Because, like, for example, if I was to quit my job, then how am I going to buy my healthy foods to cook when she cooks junk food? So if I was to quit my job, for example, then I'd have to eat the food she makes.
Yeah.
So that's why she wants me to quit my job. If I was to quit track or cheerleading, then I'll probably just get fat again. I don't want to be fat again.
And that's a fear for you.
I mean, it's not a fear. I just, like, I like the way I look now. And there's nothing wrong with it. And, like, the boys in my school like the way that I look. And I get compliments and stuff like that, so.
Okay. So, may I ask who else is at home? Like, how does other people in your family see your eating abilities?
No,
Is
it's
it
just my dad and my mom.
just mom and dad? And does your dad have the same feelings?
No, I mean, I don't even know if he's even noticed that I've lost weight. Like, he's not really around. Like, he's around, but he works all the time. I barely see him. We don't really talk or anything either, so.
Okay. So how does that make you feel when he's not necessarily around or is present in your
I mean, it's not that I want him to be around, or I don't necessarily have feelings about it. Like, he's just, you know, he's always been like that. He's always worked. And he gives me money. And that's that.
Yeah.
I don't expect anything from him.
So when you hear the word dad, what do you feel?
Yeah, nothing.
Okay. And for mom, it's just kind of, you said irritability. Irritability.
I feel irritable.
Thank you. You're helping me out. See, you're just all around helpful. So you feel irritable, and is that correct? Sorry, I'm too stuck on mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like she irritates me. It's not that I feel irritable. She says that I'm irritable, but I'm just irritated by her.
And how does she irritate you?
She tells me to eat her food, and she tells me that I'm losing too much weight, and she tells me to leave my job and to leave sports.
Okay. And how do you respond?
I ignore her. I used to fight with her, but then I realized it was just a waste of my time and energy, and so now I just ignore her because she doesn't stop, and it's really annoying.
What do you mean by that?
I used to tell her, get off my back, stop telling me what to do. Why don't you do something with your life instead? because she just stays at home and she's bored and her husband doesn't pay attention to her and like she's spending all of her time getting really engaged with what I'm doing, but she needs to get her own life.
Yeah.
Like I have my own life. I don't need my parents. Like I'm really self-sustaining. I'm working. I'm in sports. I'm in school. I'm getting really decent grades. They don't do anything for me other than like give me money and try to roof over my head.
So I'm curious, has the dynamic between your mother and yourself been this way?
Has it always been this way? No. I mean, when I was a kid, we were close. But then again, I was a kid. I'm not a kid anymore. Now I'm a grown up, and she needs to realize that. I'm an adult.
Yes, you are.
And she doesn't treat me like an adult. She still treats me like a kid.
And what do you mean by treating you as a kid?
Telling me what to eat. Cooking me meals that I don't want to eat. And she's like, but you used to love this, but I don't anymore. So please stop. And I've asked her to stop, and she doesn't. And she wants to ask me a lot of questions about my life, but she irritates me, and I just want some space. And like she'd rather see me around the house more. That's why I think she tells me to stop hanging out with my friends so much. But for what? So I can spend time with her and have her irritate me? I don't think so.
Okay. So, just to backtrack, you said when you guys were younger, you guys were close. And
Yeah, because I was a kid, right?
yeah, so something between when you were a kid to now you're adolescent or an adult, something switched. And I'm just curious as to what have you noticed has been different?
Well,
Is it just
I mean, she didn't really irritate me that much as a teenager, really, because she was just, she was supportive and cool. But now all of a sudden I lost all this weight. It's like she's telling me what to do, and I don't like that. Like I'm an adult and making my own decisions. I can eat what I want. I can do what I want.
yes, of course. But I'm curious. So I'm just trying to put pieces to the puzzle together, so bear with me. But so childhood, you guys were great. At adolescence, you guys were, medium. Is that fair? You said she still supported you.
Yeah.
What do you mean she still supported you? Supported you in what?
I mean, I wasn't like as busy, so I'd see her more, right?
Yeah.
Like as an adolescent, I didn't have a job, right? Like I wasn't able to get a job.
So all you
And so I was just like I was at home more, and
So
we
you-
would like talk and
So
stuff.
you just did school?
I did school. I might have had like some extracurricular activities, but it wasn't like to the extent of it now. Because now it's like I'm busy all day. Wake up, go to school, and I'm gone until bedtime.
Okay.
And now, before it wasn't like that, right? Like she'd see me after school, like she'd see me after like my extracurricular. So now it's not like that, right? So it's different.
So when you guys were medium and now you guys are like we'll say hot, medium, cold. Is that a good analogy for you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you guys were hot, medium, and now you're cold. So when you were switching, I guess your availability, was it? What were the reasons why you became more busy?
Because I got a job and I joined two teams and became popular and have friends.
So you became popular.
Like I have a lot of friends and we hang out a lot.
Okay.
Like whenever I get spare time, like after track, after cheerleading, we'll go hang out.
Hang out.
Yeah, exactly.
So so a lot of time spent together, less time, but still moderate amount of time spent together than absolutely nothing time spent together? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So could you potentially see how she may be trying to be more involved in your life because you went from all the time to sometimes to nothing? Could you see how that could possibly be?
I mean, maybe, but she's doing it in a way that's really irritating.
Of course, and I agree with you that it can be very irritating when you're trying to, establish your own independence, right? And trying to figure out your own niche in your own social world because, you're at that point in your life where you're trying to walk on your own 2 feet, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
So now that you're trying to walk on your own 2 feet, you feel like mom is trying to like, oh, you forgot your shoes, type of mentality where she's trying to like still make sure like, can I be your crutch kind of thing?
Yeah.
And you're like,
I
no,
guess
I can
so.
do this by myself.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's interesting. So I'm just curious, since we're here. Unfortunately I don't have an extended amount of time, but while you're here, since you're already here, what do you feel like you want to kind of accomplish by the end of this session?
I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe we can talk about managing how irritating my mother is.
Okay, that's definitely doable. And that's it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's perfect.
I feel like I don't have an eating disorder, so I don't want to talk about that because it just doesn't exist.
Okay.
My mother irritates me, and that's my problem.
Yeah,
she irritates me.
And my focus is you. So we will focus where you feel it's fit.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can definitely work on or discuss maybe ways to kind of deal with our mom.
Okay. I know so.
With our mom, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so in terms of, I know we kind of touched on it earlier, but you said when it comes to mom, it's now, you used to try to, engage in some kind of a conversation or communicate your thoughts and feelings, but she hasn't really been receptive.
Yeah.
She hasn't really processed what it is that you're trying to do with your life.
Yeah.
Right? So, I'm just curious, if I was mom, how would you kind of like approach me in terms of me telling you to eat? Like, what would you say?
I'm sorry, if I was my mom?
If I was mom. I'm just curious. I just want to understand better the communication between.
How would I approach her?
Yeah.
In telling her how to eat?
No, in terms, because I'm your mom and I'm telling you, Caitlin, you need to eat. And I feel like you're not eating.
I'd walk away.
You lost a lot of weight. Okay. So there hasn't been any kind of like communication.
Well, I used to yell, but now I just walk away.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before the yelling, did you used to just speak to her?
Well, she didn't used to do it, so yeah. Yeah, we used to just talk because she wasn't irritated before.
And then the problem would either stop or get better.
Yeah, we would talk through our problems.
Okay. So
To be honest, we didn't really have that many problems.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
But the little that you did have.
Yeah, we just talk about it. It was like calm, easy. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay, so how about for the next, we'll say week, we try what we used to do. Because when we had problems with our mom, we used to just talk. And as opposed to yell, 'cause would you agree there's a difference between talking and yelling?
Yeah.
Okay, so, the next week, we can kind of talk to mom as opposed to walk away or.
What do I say?
I mean, you can say, I think you have the best judgment in terms of what to say to mom. So, me telling you what exactly to say to mom it's not really beneficial. So I think you know what you would say, but I think if you said the same thing you wanted to say, but just without the yelling, I think it might be helpful.
Yeah, I guess.
And from there, we can kind of, when I see you next week, because I noticed that you have a few weeks signed up with us, that we can kind of talk about that
Yeah.
and see how that's going.
I mean, I can try, but if she gets on my nerves, I'm just gonna go back to ignoring her.
Of course, then, that's all you can do is try.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I can do that.
So, I just want to touch base, and you let me know if I left out anything, because we're almost winding down to the end of our session, and I just don't want to leave out anything, or, but basically, you know, you're very self-sufficient. You're able to cook, clean, balance a lot of things on your plate.
Yeah.
Um, you're doing really well in school in terms of socially and balancing education with your extracurricular, which is really hard for many people. So I think that's amazing that you're able to do that. And it's been hard interacting with mom, and unfortunately dad hasn't necessarily been as present, but for mom who has been present, she's been kind of what you feel like overstepping her boundaries. Right? So what our goal will be is just trying to figure out how we can kind of better deal with mom and whatever she may be having, just to kind of de-escalate situations, right? Okay, so is there anything you wanted to add?
No.
Anything about it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so honestly, Caitlin, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming in today, even though I know it's not ideal, but I still want to say thank you. Again, if you have any questions, you have my contact. And I look forward to seeing you next week.
All right. I'll see you next week.
Okay, so I'll walk you out.
All right.